Imagine waking up one morning, opening your front door and discovering that the ground beneath your town has been burning for years. No earthquake, no war, no flood, just an invisible fire. Slowly consuming everything from below. It cracked roads, filled homes with poisonous gas, opened holes in the earth, and forced almost an entire town to disappear. Even more unbelievable, the fire is still burning today. Scientists believe it could continue for decades, perhaps even centuries. How can a single fire survive for so long? And how could an entire American town simply vanish? This is the true story of Centralia, Pennsylvania. Before Centralia became a ghost town, it was simply home. Tucked away in the hills of Pennsylvania.
See you tonight, Bess.
It was a quiet mining community where neighbors knew each other, children walked to school together, and generations of families built their lives. The town existed because of what lay beneath it, one of the world's richest anthracite coal deposits. That coal helped power homes, factories, and railroads across America. It also gave thousands of families steady work. Life in Centralia wasn't extraordinary, and that's exactly what made it special. People expected their children to grow up there. Many believed they would spend the rest of their lives there. No one imagined that the same coal which had built the town would one day destroy it, because hidden beneath every street,
Hold it right there, Frank. Looks like a light load today.
every backyard,
Mostly paper and wood.
and every home was a danger no one could see. In the spring of 1962,
Just toss it over there, Frank.
one routine decision
Got
would
it. Let's
awaken
get this
it.
burn started.
A decision so ordinary that no one thought twice about it. Yet it would begin one of the longest burning disasters in modern history. In May 1962, Centralia was preparing for
Looks like
Memorial
we'll have
Day.
clear skies for the ceremony on Monday.
Yes, sir, Mr. Henderson. The weather is going to be perfect.
Like many towns at the time, workers set fire to a local landfill to clear away garbage. It was routine. No one saw it as dangerous, but beneath the landfill,
You heading to the game this weekend? Yeah, taking the kids fishing.
an abandoned network of coal mines stretched for miles. Somewhere below the surface, the flames reached an exposed coal seam. There was no explosion, no warning siren, just a small fire that quietly slipped underground. At first, nothing seemed unusual.
Good morning, Mr. Gable.
Life carried on. Children went to school, parents went to work. The streets were as busy as ever.
Beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
But beneath every step they took, the fire was growing, and unlike an ordinary fire, this one couldn't simply burn out. It had an endless supply of fuel. The town just didn't
This
know it
confirms
yet.
the outcrop. The fire is spreading here. Let's get the pump started. Let's get the pump started. We need to clear this overburden.
When officials realized the fire had reached the mines, they believed they could stop it. Engineers dug into the ground. They flooded tunnels. They sealed abandoned passages. Millions of dollars were spent trying to contain it. Nothing worked. The fire kept finding new paths through underground coal seams, slowly spreading beyond everyone's expectations. Soon, The first warning signs appeared. Steam rose from the ground on cold mornings. Roads became unusually warm. Cracks spread across streets. Trees began dying without explanation. Then came the invisible danger. Burning coal released toxic gases, including carbon monoxide. The gas seeped through cracks in the earth, into basements, and sometimes into homes. Residents reported headaches, dizziness, nausea. Many blamed old heating systems. Few imagined that the danger was coming from beneath the town itself. Centralia was changing, not all at once, but inch by inch, the ground that had supported generations of families.
It just sweeps through the floorboards. Must be that old burner. This regulator ought to fix it.
Was becoming unstable, and before long, the fire would prove it could do far more than crack roads. It could swallow the earth itself. For years, the fire remained out of sight. People knew it existed, but many believed they could continue living with it. Then, on February 14th, 1981, the town received a terrifying reminder of what was happening below. 12-year-old Todd Domboski was walking through his grandmother's backyard when the ground suddenly gave way. A massive sinkhole opened beneath him. In seconds, he disappeared into the earth. The hole was nearly 150 feet deep. Scorching heat rose from below. So did deadly carbon monoxide gas. Desperately clinging to a tree root, Todd shouted for help. His cousin grabbed his arm, while nearby adults rushed over and pulled him to safety.
I've got you!
He survived, but only by seconds.
Pull him up!
The incident shocked
Pull
the
him up!
nation. It proved
Everyone
the
pull
underground
together!
fire wasn't just damaging roads, it was destroying the ground beneath the town itself. And if it could happen once, it could happen anywhere. Engineers reached a difficult conclusion. The fire could no longer be controlled.
pass the
The
jam,
real
please?
question was no longer, how do we save the fire? It was, how do we save the people? In 1984, the U.S. government approved millions of dollars to relocate Centralia's residents. Families were offered compensation for their homes. Many accepted. They packed photographs, family heirlooms, and decades of memories into moving trucks. Then they drove away, not knowing it would be the last time they would see their hometown alive. Others refused. To them, Centralia wasn't just property, it was where they were born, where they fell in love, where parents, grandparents, and friends were buried. How do you put a price on a lifetime of memories? Street by street, the town slowly emptied. Schools closed, businesses disappeared, homes were demolished. Nature quietly reclaimed what people left behind. Today, only a handful of residents remain, not because the fire stopped, but because their connection to home was stronger than their fear of what lay beneath it. Yet beneath the silence, the fire never stopped burning. Today, if you visit Centralia, you won't find the town that once stood here. Most homes are gone. The schools have closed. Businesses have disappeared. Entire neighborhoods have been reclaimed by forests. What remains is silence. And beneath that silence, the fire is still burning. More than 60 years after it began, the underground coal seam continues to burn beneath Pennsylvania. Experts believe it could continue for decades, perhaps even centuries. Because underground coal fires don't behave like ordinary fires. They move slowly through hidden coal seams, finding new paths, long after people think they're gone. But Centralia isn't remembered simply because of a fire. It's remembered because of what that fire took away. A community, generations of memories, a place people believed would always be home. Perhaps that's what makes this story so powerful. The greatest disasters don't always arrive with explosions. Sometimes they begin quietly, hidden beneath everyday life, almost impossible to notice, until one day, the world above has changed forever. Centralia reminds us that progress can build a town, but the very thing that creates prosperity can also become its greatest vulnerability. The coal that once gave Centralia life eventually became the reason it disappeared. And maybe that's why this story still matters. Not because one American town vanished, but because it reveals a timeless truth about humanity. We often prepare for the dangers we can see. It's the invisible ones, the slow ones, the quiet ones, that change history. The streets may be empty, the houses may be gone, but beneath the forests of Pennsylvania, The fire still burns, waiting long after the town above it became history.